Hello guys, it's time for an update. I have been working a lot for the past month maybe on another game jam entry for those VGA+Adlib jam. And yeah, I was planning to do some other things on 3D and other stuff, but I was very much consumed by this, which is still running by the way. But I'm so tired, but I'm so happy with what I have submitted so far. And my own entry is called Astropatank. I have I have an obsession with Astro blobs, Astro attack, Amstrad CPC Astro attack. You have this top-down retro thing, and you're shooting big blocks at the and then there is another 3D game called Patang that I have never played, but the title is so funny that I decided to call it Astropatank. And that's my entry. I submitted and it's time to test it a bit and I mean I already tested it, but I might test it later on my real on my 386, 486 and so on. Now it's a bit of a technically intensive game because I rewrote my 3D polygon engine with flat shading first, and I also made a top-down view where there are four layers of cube data, like a voxel plane, four voxel planes, 64 by 64 by 4, and from the information I'm reconstructing geometry. Also, I have reconstructed the geometry only on startup, but then I have some way to very fast know which polygons to render if I'm in a close view to not render the outside, not even process the outside tiles. It's like 3D tiles from top down, and everything is polygons, even the logo. It does work on 386 with 40 MHz. It goes to 25-30 frames per second, and the physics suffer a bit because of that. Because some things need to be fixed. This is, by the way, I just put it in development because I might want to continue with it. Although it's in a good state, but there are more plans for it. Now with a good 486, it's mostly smooth. Now if you zoom out, this zoom out level might not be as smooth. You might get 35 frames on the 486, and the 386 you might get 15 frames or 12 frames. Because there's so much happening. We will see. And it's the first time I used Adlib, and I found I didn't know what player to use, and I found this old Moose player. Is it this one, 1994? Yeah. And my friend DJ Space created some midis and converted to Moose, and it just worked. Two music even, one for the intro and one for the game. Pretty cool. So I might just download it, and I also have the source. Everything is free. Ah yeah, I have it here. And we might try it. And I might run those books. Now I'm running at some cycles. I could, I mean, it's irrelevant. It's those books. I can put 486. I guess. No. I'm gonna play it like this. Now I hope I'm capturing here, because I want to go full screen. Okay, maybe I'll go that full screen. Okay, maybe I'm capturing. And I need to play and explain and maybe reduce the sound a bit. The sound is gonna be loud because for sound effects I still used my beeper code from my previous CGA entry. And for MIDI we use the mouse play. The cool intro. Maybe I should change the green color. The back of the letters. Those letters are the low poly stuff I have done for the CPC demo. The Star Trip. And I made NK, ONK crudely. A, for example, the letter A, it kinda looks like the Star Trek logo. Sort of, so it has a certain style. I love the stars, they are 3D and I'm using Who Pixels, I'm using my Who Pixel engine. And I have start and quit. If you press quit, yeah, I used to call it demo. Now, if I don't want to see this every time, I press enter or escape and it goes fast. If you don't want to see it every time, because if this doesn't end, you cannot move here, you cannot start. Maybe I'll leave it to hear the sound, because this is mostly presentation of what we did in the game. Both the music from DJ Space and so I might do silly things just to show you, and I might try to die, but I also then might try to win. Gets you in the mood. By the way, I have some code where I also try to do anti-aliased polygons, but I haven't used it because it's still work in progress. But the background, I have very smooth Who pixel points and Who lines, anti-aliased lines, which I don't use here. Let's start. So here it is. You have this. There's collision, you get hit by the enemy. And flashing. Now this is a ring. Let's get it. Shoot. There are the particles with the Who pixel. Now for some reason, when I go close, the sound says because the laser sound doesn't end. Now for example here, I go below because there is a height. The first tile is not. I had some test code where I was pressing a key and I was elevating in the higher levels, and then I was colliding in the higher level. And I wanted to do jump and make some jump pads and some other stuff. But we didn't implement here. Here you are always on layer 0. And that's the only thing you collide, and everything is on layer 0. I wanted here above, for example, the bridge above, the red. I wanted to make it possible for enemies to walk above and shoot you from below. And maybe there would be a way to teleport up there or jump. Now, by the way, I have various things. Zoom level, you can see the map. Now, if I press select, I have a frame rate counter if I hold it. It's there 70 frames, 69, 70. But only on the Pentium. On the 486 you might get 35, because there's a lot of things happening. So this is the closest, and I got something there. I got the power weapon. The closest. This is gonna be a health, but I'm full on health. You see the red bar above, it's the health bar, and the one below is the shield. When I'm getting hit by this, the shield is reduced. Ah, perfect. You see this bonus? Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden below. This octagon drum. This is the shield. Ah yeah, if I get it now, I'm gonna get some shield, the blue. I get some shield. You get these rings. Let's damage myself. By the way, everything you shoot, it's gonna appear somewhere randomly after a way, and you might see it. Things will zoom in from very small size till they appear. Now I'm losing. Now I don't have shield. What happens if you don't have shield? When you bounce, you also get damage. See, I'm getting damage. So now if I get that, I'm gonna get health. But previously my health was full because I've made it that if you collect 50 rings, you can end the game. Oh, too many of this. Yeah, here is the shield. Okay, now I have shield. Oh, I give a lot of shield. Half of... Now this is my power 1. Now this power will appear somewhere later. Maybe I'll collect the rings and finish it till I'm showing you stuff. Biggest power. Faster shooting. Okay, in this one we will try, maybe we will try to win, maybe it's better. Now I cannot get that anymore. I could make them disappear or get you something. Now it's gonna take us to get 50. I just put you have to collect 50 rings for something to happen. Because I thought it was okay. Because if you collect 50, the game ends. Actually, a gate opens in the center. And the game is very easy the way. I might put difficulty levels. Maybe I could connect. And you might notice that things are gonna spawn together. When you now this mode is only. It's good as a map. It's not easy to play. Maybe this is the best. This is very close. This is better for the 3D because things are slow when there are more tiles on the screen. However, when you go close here with the 3D, it's also slow, so I don't know. I have reverse, by the way, which is slower. I have these particles, who pixels. I'm so happy how everything turned out to be. So let's collect. Let's get the 50 so that I show you. So now that you have the shield, you can bounce without damage. And if that's hard, I find it easy because you have so much shield and I even like how the movement turned. There is I forgot the word. You move and you let it and it stops. Momentum or something. Boing when you bounce. Now we're gonna have to collect the rings. I'm not even shooting the enemies. And I'm gonna replay the game trying to die the second time so that we can see the game over screen. But now because the rings take more. For example, if you shoot this, you are gonna see. Maybe we catch it. You might see the enemies appearing. When they appear, I freeze them in a new place. They zoom in from a small size to normal. Okay, I'm gonna do it, guys. Gate open. Where? Oh, look at the map in the center. Nice, with line rendering. You win. Now, if you press any key, nothing happens, but if you press escape and press start again, a new game starts, everything is reset. See how the objects appear, they zoom in. I increase their scale. And when the scale goes to normal, then they start moving, rotating and moving. Now I'm gonna, so this is what happens. I'm gonna damage myself, it's gonna take time, and 3 times. I'm gonna teleport in another place and you see how I zoomed in, we can see it. Maybe 8 energy and 8 shield is very much. That could be the easy mode, and I could make it that you don't lose when you bounce because you have this card you need. But also, when you bounce, it's like you have 16 here. Whoop, zoom in. Good, game over. And now nothing. Only the frame counter shows. You go here, you start a new game. I had to test that before, and it's not easy. I set a screen for with a lot of rings. I think everything is in order. I think there won't be. Now if you press escape, it's like see, it just pauses the game. So it works really well as a poster. So I like how everything, all these little details, which are hard with game development. The enemies, where they are, they continue. And that's it, guys. That's Astropatank. I'm so happy with this, and I might make some newer versions, I guess. I was also thinking to do some improvement here with the speed to make it run better on 8088, but it's close. And I was even thinking this game I made long time ago, just as a game jam thing, I could now add it some music, even some beeper sound, because it didn't have any. Or I might just not spend time, because those are old and released. And of course the big 3DO game I'm working, and I need to go back to it. But I was so happy to do something, and I'm gonna try that on my 386 and see how much it plays or not. And on a mid 486, it's really much better. And that's guys. That's it. Thank you. Bye.